All right, may I please get a minute on the clock to tell y'all why Carmelo Anthony is better than Paul Pierce. So just yesterday, Kevin Garnett came out and said that Paul Pierce had a better NBA career than Carmelo Anthony. And I guess obviously the one thing you could say is that Paul Pierce won a championship, Carmelo Anthony did not, but never in the history of Carmelo Anthony's career did he ever have as much help as Paul Pierce did on that Boston Celtics championship team. If you look at their stats pre-Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen on this team, right, which is two top 50 players of all time, Paul Pierce was a phenomenal scorer. He did amazing things up in Boston. But at the end of the day, Carmelo Anthony was drafted third in the 2004 NBA draft, right, which means that the Denver Nuggets were terrible before he got there. Fast forward, Carmelo Anthony gets there, and ultimately the Denver Nuggets make the playoffs in the Western Conference in his first year. In addition to that, just have a long run where they had a lot of good chances to make it to the finals, but they just kept running into Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers, which, anybody can say is always a tough thing to go up against. But Carmelo Anthony was the most complete scorer I've ever seen. He was strong, had outside touch, had explosiveness and athleticism. He just never played for an organization that won anything. The Denver Nuggets had never won a championship in the last 30 years. Neither did the Knicks. So it's just like, I wanted to just say this because Melo is my man and I love 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. And I just had to represent one time. I don't know that I hit all the points that I wanted to talk about, but my minute is up. And so I just wanted to let you know that Carmelo Anthony is the man. Yeah.
I don't think I have a rebuttal. I don't think so. I will say, though, that I hate that there's a narrative of your worth is determined by championships, because sometimes, like you just laid out beautifully, that's not the case. Sometimes you just aren't able to get there for whatever reason, whether that's whatever conference you're in, and who you have on your team really matters. But yeah, I do hate that, though.
And I love Paul Pierce. That's my guy. But Melo is Melo. The only jersey I ever purchased in the NBA was a Carmelo Anthony Denver Nuggets jersey. That thing was pretty. But yeah, Melo's a man, yo. And I wanted to acknowledge that where you are drafted will dictate and determine a lot about your career. And Melo was drafted to a team that had been inept for really 2 decades before he got there. So he changed the culture. Before we get out of here, one last thing. I also don't like the fact that the Denver Nuggets allowed somebody else to wear number 15. And now number 15 with Carmelo Anthony will never hang in the rafters at the Denver Nuggets arena, wherever they play, because obviously the Joker has taken number 15 to the next level. It's like Bijan in Atlanta wearing number 7.